prayers. Source पे click करिए.
अभी आया था ना.
सोर्स का बटन नहीं है. देखिए.
नहीं सिग्नल नहीं. हाँ सिग्नल.
You can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namah Om Vishnupadaya
Namah Vishnupadaya
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swaminiti Namine
Swaminiti Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Gauravani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvishesha Sunyavadi
Pashyata Deshatarine
Paschat Deshatarine.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shri Advaita Gadadhara
Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this. We are celebrating upcoming the Gita Jayanti today. So we have dedicated our this class on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So the day when Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, that's coming 1st December, that is Gita Jayanti. So on Saturday we are celebrating this and we dedicate our presentation to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada because he is the one who took the Bhagavad Gita. Like earlier Bhagavad Gita was limited to the India and few people, the knowledgeable person, they know about Bhagavad Gita. But Prabhupada is the one who took the Bhagavad Gita all around the world and everyone. In even the remote places also people know Bhagavad Gita, they have access to Bhagavad Gita. So today in Bhagavad Gita, before discussing Bhagavad Gita, we'll discuss a very interesting subject matter which everyone likes and that is all over the world is very favorite of everyone, that is Mahabharata. So how Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata and how the birth of Advent and how the Bhagavad Gita comes in our life, that we will discuss in this Mahabharata. So when we speak of the Vedic scriptures, so or Mahabharata and the Ramayana, they are the biggest histories which everyone knows. There are many pastimes are there. It is like a movie in itself. People go to movie for seeing what they want, some thrill, they want some action, they want some romance, they want different. They want to relish some kind of mellow, some kind of taste. In Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata and the Ramayana, all the things which we are looking for that we'll see in that Mahabharata and the Ramayana. In childhood also we are born by seeing this Ramayana and Mahabharata movies, where we see how much the actions are there, and the different emotions are there, which we are also moved by those emotions. So no need to go for any movie. We have this Mahabharata there also. So that's the glory of Vedic literatures. But what is the difference between Mahabharata movie, Mahabharata scripture, Ramayana scripture, and other movies? By watching those movies, we may not purify ourselves. We may not go closer to the Lord. But by hearing Mahabharata, hearing Ramayana, we'll develop attraction towards the Lord. We'll purify our heart, will purify, and we'll develop the love towards the Lordship and love towards even the whole world also will develop. So before discussing Bhagavad Gita, let's then understand what Mahabharata is. So do you know how many chapters are there in Mahabharata? 18. The chapters are known as Parva, P-R-V-A, Parva. Parva means the point. Parva literally means the festival or occasion. But Parva in this context in Mahabharata, it means the
Lessons.
not lessons, is the point where the twist happens. Like when we go to the all the Parvas, we'll see there's a milestone is there. With the milestone, the name is given accordingly. So 18 Parvas are there, and how many shlokas?
More than like.
More than like shlokas are there, which was Vyasdev was not able to write. So we'll see all the Parvas. So 18 Parvas are there. I list down all the 18 Parvas. Adi Parvas, Sabha Parva. In brief, we'll discuss about them. So what is there in Adi Parva? So Adi Parva is the introduction of Mahabharata. How the different introduction of the author also, the Vyasdev who dictated Mahabharata, and introduction of all the members in their Mahabharata, like the Pandu, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, all the brothers, and Shakuni, Dronacharya, Bhishma. All of their introduction is given, and the childhood of how the Pandavas and the Kauravas, they grew up and they took started ruling the kingdom. All is there in first Parva, that is Adi Parva. When it comes to Sabha Parva is a very famous Parva where the dice game took place. The dice game where the Shakuni, the Mama Shakuni, he invited Yudhishthira Maharaj to play the dice game, and there the dice game happened. And in this Parva only, the Draupadi Vastrahara also took place, and then after they lose the dice game, and then after they went to exile for 12 years. So that comes under the third Parva. It is Vana Parva or Aranya Parva. So for how many years they went for forest?
12.
12 years. 12 words.
1 year for.
That will come in next Parva. So 12 years, what and all took place, what and all was they were faced the difficulties, and how they are able to come out of that, and what and all happened in 12 years, that is discussed in the Manatra. The next year is the next Parva is Virat Parva. So the rule was a dice game was whoever will lose the dice game, they will go for exile for 2 years, 12 years, and then 1 year they have to be incognito, where they should not be identified. Anonymous, like no one should be able to find. If they are found, if someone found them, then again they will go for 12 years. So like Shakuni, very clever, and the person who cleverly planned that they should not come anytime to ask for the kingdom. So that was the plan of Shakuni. So like that they planned for that, and in that, though it named as Virat Parva, it was the 1 year they spent in the kingdom of Virat, King Virat. So that's why it named as King Virat Parva. Then afterward, everything happened there, and then come the next Parva, that is Udyog Parva. Then how everything happened. Then they came back. They all finished the 13 years. No one able to found them, and they were the rightful inherit. The rule was that if we found you during the incognito, again you have to go. If not, then you will become the kingdom or the prince or the king of the Kuru kingdom. But when in the Udyog Parva, when they were successfully finished their 13 years, and they came to Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, please give us the kingdom back. So that time they rejected the Duryodhana said, I will not give even the kingdom which hold the tip of the needle. So that was it built the angriness and slowly in this Udyogara only, the starting of fighting, the fight war, the break, the great battle, it is the battle of Kurukshetra start to take place. The fielding, how they filled it up, the fight, and the fight start in the next parva, that is Bhishma parva. So in the Bhishma parva, all the both the ceremonies are there, and why is named Bhishma parva? Because in both the parties, their commander in chief was there. So during the starting few days of the fight, Bhishma was the commander in chief in the Kuru's dynasty, Kaurava the army. So that's why name is Bhishma. So during that time, how the war was going on. For the 9 days he was there. For the 18 days fight, so 9 days he was there as a Bhishma was there. So at the end, like Bhishma got the Arjuna shot arrows and he was sleeping on the bed of arrows and he didn't die. He will die after the few parvas. After the battle he dies. So he was there in bed of arrows. So in the next, who became the commander in chief? The Dronacharya became. So that's parva is known as Drona Parva. And then after him, Karna became. Then after Shalya. Shalya was the last person who became the commander in chief from the Kaurava side. And then the 10th parva is known as Soptik parva. Soptik parva is the time when the one Brahmana son, and that very deadly night he tried to kill, or he killed also, the five sons of Pandus.
Yeah.
Who was that person?
Sir, son of Dronacharya, his name is Ashwatthama.
Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama was the person
Yeah.
who wanted to please his friend or master, the Duryodhana. In that case, he killed the 5. Very deadly, very heinous act he did to kill. Generally, the rule is in the battle, in the Vedic time, a fight should happen till the sunset only. After sunset, there is no point of fighting or killing. Even that environment was, that time was so good. After the night, like now we do night fight and also we do some strikes also. So that time what used to happen, if someone is, after the sunset, they become the friend also.
Yeah.
They used to go to the opponent army, these troops and all, they used to have food and all, they used to share their heart also. And again the next morning they are ready to fight. So that kind of nature was there in the Vedic culture. So this was a very heinous work which Ashwatthama did to kill the 5 sons of Pandavas. So till now battle finished. So many boys, so many men are died. Many, almost all of them are died. So because then their wives, the Stree, the women, they became, the next Prabhu's name is Stree Parva. So how they atonement, they felt that atone for that and how they lamented. So that is discussed in this Stree Parva. And then after Shanti Parva. Shanti Parva, before the battle of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was there in depression. He don't wanted to fight. After the Kuruk war, Yudhishthira went to depression. He was saying, because of me, because I wanted to become a king here, because of me, so many people have died, so many women are crying because of me. So to solace him, so that parva is full of how he went into depression, how he came out of the depression. So that is covered in the Shanti Parva. And then next is Anushasana Parva. So in the Shanti Parva, so before the battle, Arjuna was there in depression, and who brought him back from the depression? Krishna. But in same case, Yudhishthira case, Lord Krishna gave the same teaching to Yudhishthira also, but Yudhishthira didn't came out of the depression. Because why? Because Arjuna, the Krishna himself wanted to not to become, not him to become the person who bring him from out of the depression. He wanted to Bhishma to become the person who bringing him out of the depression. So he only tells to Yudhishthira that Bhishma is there on bed of arrows on the battlefield. You go and ask from him. So then they goes there and Bhishma there. He speak about the dharma, the rule, the duty of the kings, and so many things are discussed. So in Shanti Parva and Anushashan Parva, these two things are discussed, talked in this. And in the Shanti Parva, and Vishnu Deva leaves this body during the Uttarayana. Then next is we talk about Anushashan. Then Ashwamedika Parva, Yudhishthira became the king, and he did 3 Ashwamedha Yajna. So that is discussed how he did and how what and uncovered, and that covered in Ashwamedika Yajna. Then is Ashramavasika Yajna, that how he rules, how the Yudhishthira Maharaj nicely rule the kingdom and all, and how they are taking care of Dhritarashtra also, and how the Dhritarashtra went to the forest. These things are covered in this parva, that is Ashramavasika Parva. Then Mausala Parva is that Dhritarashtra left and Krishna also left. Before Krishna leaving, so the Pandava, the Yadavas, the dynasty of the Krishna, they started fighting with each other. They started fight and they killed each other, and the Krishna also left. And this parva is talk about how Krishna went back home to his abode, eternal abode, how Krishna went. And the next parva is Mahaprasthanika Parva, that how the Mahaprastha, like how the Pandavas goes to Himalaya. They go to Himalaya, and through that they goes to heaven. That is the next parva, that Sarvago Parva, that how they went to heaven. So these all are discussed in the 18 parvas, and this compiles our Mahabharata. I just describe you briefly what is there in this. So now we'll go to the topic, that is first question I want to ask: who wrote Mahabharata?
Ganesha.
Lord Ganesha. And who was dictating?
Vyas.
So Srila Vyas was dictating and Ganesh was writing. This scene is also very wonderful.
Yeah.
That what happened when Vyasdev, he wrote many Puranas, many Itihasas, not Itihasas, the Upanishads and all he wrote. And he found all these scriptures are meant for the people who are very highly intelligent persons and all. Then we found the 3 classes of people. Those are Shudras, the so-called Brahmanas, or Dvijabandhu. We call so-called Brahmanas Dvijabandhu. Third one is 3. I call them 3 Shudras and Dvijabandhu. For these 3 classes, their intelligence is not that much evolved. They are not intelligent person. So for them, how should Vyasdev goal was to deliver all the mankind from here to back to Godhead. So how these people will go back home, back to God? So that time he composed a very wonderful poem, which composed of more than 1 lakh verses. And through this poem, the lessons are also covered of all the Ityasa, all the Vedas. Even the Bhagavad Gita also in this. And all the people who are low intelligence, they can also get delivered. So he was very much in anxiety and trouble that I composed this poem, but who will write this? Who will write this? So that time Brahma, by seeing this anxiety, Lord Brahma comes to him. And Lord Brahma, by seeing his anxiety, told him there is the person who is the son of Parvati and Shiva. He can do this work. He can do this work. And Lord Ganesha came there, and Lord Ganesha put one promise there. So I'll write it down, but I don't want my pen to stop even for single minute. As soon as it will stop, I'll stop writing. I'll not write. So Vyasdev told okay, I'll take care of this. That my pen, your pen will not stop, and I will keep on dictating. So during that time also, we know this famous pastime like how Lord Ganesha tore his dust, and then he started writing from that. And we get this wonderful literature, which is Mahabharata, which we are discussing today. So when we come to Mahabharata, there is a wonderful loop of Mahabharata discussion. In the age of Kali Yuga, so that is written during the starting of Kali Yuga, or we can say during the end of
after Parikshit.
After the Dwapara Yuga. So this loop, I am discussing the same loop which I am talking about. So initially, the Suta Goswami is the personality who is discussing all the Puranas to the sages of Naimisharya. So the first loop is the cover this. So Suta Goswami, and he is telling this, giving this Puranas and the Mahabharata to the sages of Naimisharya. They are talking about whom? They are talking about the two people discussion, that is Vaishnavapayana Muni and Janmaja. Who is the Vaishnavapayana Muni? Vaishnavapayana Muni is the disciple of Vyasadeva, and Janmaja is the son of Parikshit Maharaj. So the lineage of the Pandavas, after the Pandavas, Arjuna's son, he was the Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu son is Parikshit Maharaj. So Parikshit Maharaj got the curse from the Brahmana boy, the son of Brahmana, very child Brahmana. His name I forget. So he cursed the Parikshit Maharaj that in the next 7 days you will be killed by the snake. The flying snake will come and will kill you. So when this news got to know to Janmeja got to know that my father will be killed by the snake. He became so much angry that he put a sacrifice. In the sacrifice, he invoked the percentage by which all the snakes are coming and falling into the fire. All the snakes are getting killed. So that time to solace him, Vaishnavapayana Muni comes, who is the disciple of Vyasadeva, who is solacing him and is giving the description of all the Puranas, and in that Purana, the Mahabharata also discussed. So this is loop. The outer loop is Suta Goswami speaking to Naimisharya rishis, sages of Naimisharya, and they are speaking about whom? They are speaking about the Vaishnavapayana Muni and Janmeja, what they are talking. And in that, what they are talking about? Mahabharata. So this is the loop which we are talking about. So now I have to ask a very nice question. So we discussed 18 parvas are there. In which parva of Mahabharata does the Bhagavad Gita appears? We discussed 18 parva, and I give a brief description also. So if you remember, we discussed during the fight who was the first person?
Arjuna.
Who was the commander in chief? The first commander in chief? Bhishma. So Bhishma parva is the chapter or the parva where the Bhagavad Gita is discussed. So that is so. By this we revise again our loop which we discussed, the loop of Bhagavad Gita. So the first circle is covered by whom? Suta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharya. Second circle, Vaishnavapayana Muni to Janmeja. They are talking about the Mahabharata, and Mahabharata is they are currently discussing about Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, who is speaking to him? Whom?
Krishna to Arjuna.
Before that, Sanjay is speaking to Dhritarashtra. And they are speaking about whom? Krishna. What Krishna spoke to Arjuna.
Yeah.
So this is the four loop. How the Bhagavad Gita took place. Suta Goswami telling the sages of Naimisharya about the Mahabharata. About the what Vaishnavapayana Muni and Janmeja are talking. Vaishnavapayana Muni and Janmeja talking about the what Mahabharata, and that they cover the Sanjay speaking to Dhritarashtra, and they are covering the pastime of Bhagavad Gita that took place where Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. So this is a loop where Bhagavad Gita discussion is taking place. So before going to Bhagavad Gita first loka, we'll discuss the history of Pandavas, how the Pandavas came in life and what happened before this Bhagavad Gita took place. So there are three brothers who were the coming king. Those are Dhritarashtra and Pandu, and third one is Vidur. So these are three brothers. Eldest one was Dhritarashtra, but Dhritarashtra was voluntarily he renounced the kingdom because he was
blind.
So who became the next king? The Pandu became the king. Vidura was not there because Vidura pastime is different. He is not come under the not in the
He
lineage.
is also the son of like.
So that's why he is not considered as a king among the kings.
He was.
He is Sutra. So Pandu became this king. So generally the Kshatriyas, we have four varnas, and the Kshatriyas are allowed to hunt the animals and all. others are not allowed. So Kshatriyas used to go fight used to fight with tigers and lions and all, and they used to sometimes they had to hide behind the tree and they used to shot arrows on deers and they used to do like that. So one day Pandu also went like this to hunt deers or hunting. He saw two deers are mating each other. So that time he shot an arrow and he hit one of the deer that was male deer, and the deer got died then and there. So when he came near to them and he saw that those deers were not actually deers, they were disguised in the form of deer, but they were the sage and his wife was there, and they are doing intimate pastime. So that time the sage wife cursed Pandu that because you killed my husband when we are in very intimate time, so I curse you that when you will also you embrace your wife, one of your wife, you will also get killed then and there. So who are the wife of Pandu?
Kunti.
Kunti, one more was it?
Madri.
Madri. So Madri and Kunti, these are the two wives of Pandu. So when Pandu got this news, Pandu was very much became morose, very much anxiety came because the duty of a king also to beget a nice son so that he can take over the kingdom in future. If he cannot become intimate, how he will beget the prince so that he can take over the kingdom? And because of this moroness, he left the kingdom and he came to forest and he remained as a ascetic, like a person who is fully into the forest. Not he left all the rules of the kingdom and all he left. And with him, both of his wives also came, Kunti and Madhuri. So they also came. So they were doing living their life in forest. So one day, somehow the Pandu he forgot the curse which is given by the wife of a sage. So and he embraced Madhuri, and that was time, and Pandu got died. And before the Pandu died, there's a wonderful incident took place. So one day in the forest, he was in anxiety, and he told this anxiety to Kunti also, that he was in moroseness, and he told to Kunti asked, why are you so much morose and all. Then he told about the curse and this thing happened to me. Then Kunti told that I have wonderful news for you. One secret I want to reveal to you. And secret is that in my childhood, I saw a very great sage. His name is Durvasa Muni.
Yeah.
We call him as an angry sage. So I served Durvasa Muni and he became pleased by my service and he blessed me with one boon. So these sages are now they are Trikal Drashti. They can see what will happen in future. So he gave the boon also accordingly. He gave the boon with one mantra that if you chant this mantra, you will invoke a demigod and through them you can begot any son. So Kunti was child only that time, and she was like, "What this mantra? This is just myth, which we call as this is just myth." And she just in funny way she just sun god, and through the mantra, and Surya Dev sun god came. When she saw Surya Dev came, she got this mantra also worked, and she says, "Sorry, I was just testing the mantra. Is it on or not?" And the sun god said, "Since you invoke for this, I bless you with the sun, and there is no necessary that every time when we have to beget son, there is need to become and have the sex and all. Through the yajnas, through the mantra, just now so through the mantra also we can invoke, and through the glance also. Even the fish they beget their sons through the glance. So not every time we have to come into the sexual intercourse to beget son. And in this case also, the sun god came, he blessed the Kunti with the son, and the son was
Karna.
The Karna born with the armor and shield and the kundala. So when that time Kunti was unmarried, she didn't marry, and she was very much in anxiety. What should I do with this? What I'll show my face to others and all. So that time we know this pastime. She put in basket and she left us in the river and put in river and the course. So this is a different pastime. So afterwards she became married, and we came to this position where Kunti is telling this pastime to our Pandu. Pandu. And so this thing happening, and that time Pandu became very happy, very joyous, and he told, like, please invoke some demigod and please invoke so that we can have the prince, upcoming prince. So like that, she got blessing of you can invoke 5 times only. You can invoke 5 times. So one time is already done. Second time when she chanted mantra, she invoked the Dharamraj, and who got begotten from there? Yudhishthira Maharaj. Second time, the third time, this is third time, or in Pandu second time. So then she begot the Vayudev, and through him who came being king. Third time when she did, she invoked Indra, and through him came Arjuna. And one more wife was there of Pandu, and Pandu saw that please, she don't have any son. Please tell this mantra to her also, so that she can also invoke. And Kunti spoke this mantra in her ear, and she chanted mantra, and she invoked Ashni Kumaras, and from them came 2 sons. Those are Nakula and Sahdev. So these are the 5 Pandavas. And after that, we see like how we were joyous, and because of forgetfulness of that thing, Pandu embraced Madari, and then and there, Pandu died. That time, the love of the wives and the husband was so much. Wives, when the that ceremony, the funeral ceremony used to happen. So the wives also, they are so much in love. They also used to go into the fire, and the sati system which we tell. So they used to go and bury themselves also. So by seeing the Pandu died, so Madhuri also, she ran and she went into the fight. Even Kunti was also going, but the Brahmanas told Kunti that please don't go because you have 5 sons. Madhuri already went, you don't go and remain here and take care of the child. So by the instruction of Brahmanas, she stayed there and she took care of the 5 sons. And since they were in forest, so they came to the kingdom, and Dhritarashtra took care of his 100 sons and the 5 Pandavas and Kunti. And he became the overall take care of or protection, the person who will protect them became. And like that, Bhishma also taking care of Pandavas and the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. So in starting, they for the studies they went to his first guru, that was Drona. First they took in the school of Kripacharya. So afterwards, for high studies, they saw like they are very much educated. So for high studies, they went to Bhishma. They took them to Dronacharya, and they studied under the Dronacharya. So this time the school time happened. Dhritarashtra, he was supposed to be the equal vision, had to be equal vision with among not only his sons and to the Pandu son also. But he was there as the feeling that I didn't become the king, but at least my son should become the king. In the future king he should become. So from the starting he has this enviousness to the Pandu son. And that enviousness was there in the Duryodhana also. And the person who was always feeding the poison in the Duryodhana's mind is the Shakuni. Shakuni was from the childhood only. So from childhood, Duryodhana's team used to try to kill the Pandavas. When many pastimes are there, one pastime the sweet kheer, they used to add the poison in the kheer, and they used to give to Pandavas. And Lakshagraha pastime was a Lakshagraha, full house made of wax, and that was set on fire. And like that, many things was they are doing just to kill the Pandavas and take the property which they are having. So this thing happened, and then after this thing didn't work out. So afterward, Shakuni came with very wonderful idea. So this I am talking about the Sabha Parva, the pastime of Sabha. So then Shakuni came with the very wonderful idea of the gambling match, the wonderful gambling match, which everyone knows, very famous all around the world also. So Shakuni told to Duryodhana, we can have through this we can inherit whatever property they have, and like that we can take over the kingdom and we can throw them out of the kingdom. So he told to Duryodhan, and Duryodhan used to go to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind with the love of his son Duryodhan. So whatever he used to say, he was very much blinded. He used to say, okay, okay. So he approved also, and he told, okay, we can have the ice gate. So when this news went to the Vidura went to Vidura went to tell Pandavas about this, what and all that happening, and they are being called to come for the ice game. So this thing happened. Then Yudhishthira asked that Dhritarashtra approved for that, and he said yes, Dhritarashtra approved for that. Yudhishthira took a vow from the starting only that I will not disobey the orders of my elders. So these are the two reasons why the Yudhishthira came to play in the gambling match. Two reasons. One is the Kshatriya. If someone gives the challenge to the Kshatriya, they never reject it. They always go and fight for the challenge. So this is the first reason. And in Yudhishthira case, one more challenge was there. If elders tell him to do this thing, he does the. So he took the vow. So that's why when Vidura came in, he told this kind of things. He just asked, did Dhritarashtra approve for this? He said yes, Dhritarashtra approved for this. And then they came and the gambling match, nice gambling match happened. And that time, one by one, slowly, they started losing all the property which Yudhishthira had. And there was a time when Draupadi also put on the dice game, and Yudhishthira Maharaj lost Draupadi also. And when Draupadi was called in the assembly, so that time Draupadi asked, like, do you think I am the property of the Yudhishthira Maharaj, Yudhishthira? Because he already lost everything. So there is no role of him becoming my master and all. So then meeting happened between the Dhritarashtra and all the great people, and they told, okay, you are saying the correct thing. You can ask whatever you want to ask. Then she asked the two things. First thing she asked for the give back all the kingdoms which my husbands have, and second thing she asked, please free my kingdom, please free my husbands which are there, because they became the slave also that time in that time. So these two wounds are, then they came back. Then Shakuni and Duryodhan, they became angry on Dhritarashtra. That somehow we tricked the Yudhishthira and we put this gambling match and we took everything. And Duryodhan started chastising Dhritarashtra, his father only. That what kind of person you are, you is so much, you don't know what to do, what not to do, you don't do anything, whatever I said you will follow that. Again you call them, we'll play the dice game, and again they gave challenge, again they called Yudhishthira. And that is time, during the second gambling match, they put a challenge that if someone loses this dice game, that person will go for 12 years for exile and 1 year in incognito. And if that time he get caught during the incognito time, then again he will have to go for 12 years, and again this loop will go on and he will remain like that. That was the plan. So the Pandavas and the Kauravas, they played this game, and Pandavas lost that and they went to forest. So 12 years they passed in the forest, and the 1 year they spent in the kingdom of Virata. So during the Virata, when they were in Virata, so the rule was, in 1 year you should be near to the kingdom, and you should be near the kingdom, and you should not be seen. So that time all the Pandavas, they disguised in some other forms. Like when it come to Arjuna, he became the dancing teacher of the Virata's daughter, name was Uttara. And like Bhima became the cook. Like that, they all disguised in different forms. No one able to find. So when this incognito time was going on, Duryodhan became very much he came into anxiety. Now only few months are left. I need to find them, and I need to find them so that they can become 12 years. They can go again into forest in exile. So he asked Shakuni, how should I find them? Shakuni says a very wonderful thing, which is a little opposite which Shakuni's mood is. he told like wherever Pandavas will be there, that kingdom will flourish like anything. So then the Duryodhan team, they started finding which kingdom is flourishing as the current king. So they found that the kingdom of Virata is flourishing. So they came there and they started finding. So what they did during that time, Virata was having fight with another team. Another troop was planning to attack Virata kingdom. And what the kingdom of the 100 son of Dhritarashtra they did, they also started attacking the Virata kingdom. So from one side they are attacking the another team. So Virata and all his kingdom, they went to fight with this team. And afterwards we get the news that Kauravas also attacking from the backside. So there is one son of Virat. His name is Uttama. So Uttama was a person who didn't know fighting at all, but he was portrayed himself that I am very much chivalry, I am very much hero person and all, and he was always around with the girls and all. He used to do like that. So when this news came to the Uttama that your father is there, all the kingdom is fighting there, and from backside the Kauravas are fighting, putting the war. Please go there and protect us. So and then Uttama became like, okay, I can go, but I don't have chariot. How can I go? Since Draupadi tell, I have chariot, but there is no chariot driver for that. Then Draupadi tell this dancing teacher, she knows how to ride a chariot also. So then everyone make him puffed up and Uttama will go for fighting. We'll see his fighting skill and all. And Uttama also sat and he outside. And afterwards, when he saw the big persons, the Bhishma, Drona, and Duryodhan, Karna, by seeing that, Uttama became very much fearful and in anxiety. He told to take me back, take me back. They took little back, and then he told to the Arjuna, who was there in the form of a girl. He told to him that I don't know fighting. I just always quoted myself that I know fighting. No, I don't know anything about the fighting skills and all. So during that time, the incognito time was also about to end. So Arjuna told, "Do you know how to ride chariot?" And he started showing, I know. Do you really know how to ride chariot? And he said, I know how to ride chariot. So Uttama became the chariot driver, and Arjuna became the person who was going to fight. And that time, what happened? Arjuna tell, like, you take me to that tree. There my weapons are there. So his Gandiva and all was there in the tree. And then Arjuna came with his whole weapons and started fighting with them. And it came to the point that all of the Kauravas team, they started becoming very much anxious. Like, who is the person alone? His there in form of lady and is fighting so nicely that we are feeling like we will get defeated. And after some time, they took back and they went to their homes and all. And when they came back, then incognito time also finished and all. So then they revealed themselves that we are the Pandavas, Sri Draupadi, Kunti and all they got to know. Virata became very, very happy and he told, like, please take my girl, my daughter, as your wife to Arjuna, he told. But Arjuna said, I was the teacher of Uttara, so I should not be the, wife or the husband of the Uttara. So he told that my son, Abhimanyu, he will be the father or the husband of the Uttara. So like this thing happened. Then after, then the main portion where the fighting was about to happen, the Udyog Parva, where they are the rightful claim of the place, and our Viratas is sending a Brahmana to the Dhritarashtra kingdom that they are there now. Their 13 years are over. Please take them. Please give their kingdom back. And that time Duryodhana said, I will not give. Then they asked, okay, at least give the five kingdoms so that they are Kshatriyas. They are supposed to rule at least one kingdom. So give them 5 kingdoms at least. So they said, Duryodhana said, I will not give a kingdom which covered the tip of the needle. That much space I will not give. So that time everyone became very much anxious and they became very much in the mood of fighting. and then now it's war is look like inevitable. We cannot and stop the war now. So before the war start, they all went to Dwarka. The from where Duryodhana went, and from where Yudhishthira sent Arjuna to Dwarka, where the wonderful pastime which we heard many times, that they are going to where Krishna was taking rest. Duryodhana came first. He was sitting next to the near the head of the Arjuna, Krishna. And Arjuna came. When Arjuna came, he saw Duryodhana sitting and Krishna taking rest, and he started massaging the legs of the feet of lotus feet of Krishna. And Krishna, away from his sleep, and first he saw Arjuna. When first he saw, okay, Arjuna is there. Then Duryodhana said, I'm also there. I came first here. So, okay, you are also there. Welcome. Like that, this thing happened. Then after he asked why you came, so we Duryodhana told like we came there to ask the Narayan Seva. Even Yudhishthira Maharaj sent him also, Arjuna, for Narayan Seva. So Krishna put a two options, because two were there. He put two options. One is you will take my Narayani Sena, which was, if I'm not wrong, there were 18 extra yonis of the Akshay yonis. We call it terminology to define. We say 1 TB, so to define the how many petabytes are there. Similarly, 18 Akshay yonis which Krishna has in Dwarka. So you see, one side my Narayan Sena, second place I myself, but I will not fight in the war. I will just remain as a guide or messenger, like that I will be. So then Krishna said that you, because I seen Arjuna you first, please ask. And Duryodhana was like finger crossed that please don't ask the Narayan Sena and all. Then Arjuna was a friend and the devotee of Krishna. He asked, I want you, Krishna, I don't want Narayan Sena. And Duryodhana, oh, I missed this option. I also wanted to ask Krishna only. But okay, I will adjust with the Narayan Sena. But his duplicity of Duryodhana was there. Hypocrisy, duplicity of the Duryodhana. So like that, and they both came. And now the war was about to ready, and every time, everyone was trying to pacify Duryodhana. Even Dhritarashtra, or his mother also. What's her name? Gandhari. Even all the other elders, the Bhishma and all, they are trying to pacify, trying to telling them, even if the fight will happen, you will lose. Duryodhana, you will lose. But he didn't heard that whatever the good counsel was coming to him. So that was going on, and even at last moment, Krishna also came to as a messenger to tell him that please don't fight, and all these things was there. True?
Shanti Prastha.
Shanti Prastha. So we came. Shanti. Correct. Shanti Prastha. So they are coming, but the Duryodhana was very much engrossed with his pride which he had. He was very much in ignorance of his opulence which he had. So that time his screw was loose. So during that time, if someone is there in this kind of thing, kind of scenario, they will not accept the good counsel which they are getting. So the similar case was there with Duryodhana. Many people are giving the good counsel. Even we seen in the different pastime of, in Ramayana also we see this pastime. When Ravana, he took Mother Sita with him to Lanka. In that time also, everyone was counseling. Our eviction council, even his brother, our
His grandfather.
and his brother, Kumbhakarna also, when he woke up, he also counseled him. Please, what you did is not because I am your brother, I will go to fight from your side. But what you did is everyone counseled, but they didn't took the good counsel. So this shows when person is very much proud of, very much arrogant, they not take the good counsel which they are getting. They not understand which is the good counsel, and they not able to take. So similarly for us also, if we are too much into the materialistic platform, if we don't practice any speciality in our daily basis, we will not have the sufficient intelligence to take which is good counsel, which is wrong counsel. We are not able to take the understand, differentiate, and we will able to not able to proceed towards it. So that's why very important to have the every day some way to do some spiritual activity like that. So here when he came to Duryodhana, he didn't took any counsel. And when Krishna came, and he also came as a peace messenger, he also tried to pacify, but Duryodhana was not in mood of hearing. And Shakuni and Duryodhana and his team, like Karna and Dushasana, his like team, they planned that we'll kidnap Krishna. If we kidnap Krishna, they will automatically, the Pandavas will take a defeat and will win the victory. So when they're coming to kidnap Krishna, then Krishna was saying that who do think I'm a single person? And that time he showed his Virat Roop, his universal form. And Duryodhana, since he was spiritually blind, he said, "Oh, Mayavi," and he blaspheming the Lord. And the Lord declared the war that now war will happen at the place of Kurukshetra, war will happen. And at this Murata, at this what do you call it? At this Murata war will happen. You all have to come for that war and this thing happened. So the fighting day came, and the first day fighting, both the parties were there. Were the Kauravas party and the Pandavas party, and they started blowing the conch. So first, who blew the conch? Here from the Kauravas side, first they blew the conch. The Bhishma they blew the conch, and there was no any difference. Anything happened to the Pandava side. But from Pandava side, everyone started blowing their conch one by one. Like Krishna blew, then Arjuna blew, and like that, all of the Pandavas started blowing the conch. And from this side of the Kauravas, their heart became shattered. They were like shivering because of the sound which came through the conch. It was so much overwhelming sound. They became shivered and their heart became shattered. This description comes. But after that, our Arjuna wanted to see what who all are there in the fighting game. So he speak this wonderful shloka on this Bhagavad Gita. You all can repeat after it. सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापेन अच्युत यावदेतानिरीक्षेऽहं योद्धो कामान् अवस्थितान्
Arjuna said, "Oh, infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here who desire to fight and with whom I must contend in this great trial of arms." Bhagavad Gita 1.
So here what is happening? Like Arjuna is dictating Krishna. He is telling Achyuta also. Achyuta means infallible. He became the chariot driver of Arjuna. And he is telling to Krishna that please take my chariot in between both the armies. I want to see who is there to fight. And Krishna, since he was chariot driver, he took the chariot between near the Bhishma Dev and Drona, and he took near to them, and where the elders were there of the Arjuna. And by seeing them, Krishna became very much compassionate, and he came to mode of I will not fight. He was there in the mode of fighting. He blew the conch, everything was set it up, but he told Krishna to take my chariot, and Krishna took the chariot from in front of the Bhishma and all. By seeing them, Arjuna became very much compassionate. He not wanted to take fight and all. Why this thing happened? Why Krishna did this? Wanted to happen this thing? Because Krishna wanted to manifest Bhagavad Gita, so that we can talk. Today we are discussing about Bhagavad. So that was the plan of Krishna. He chooses his associate only to manifest anything in past and so on. So he chose Arjuna to give the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So in starting he was not there in the mode of fight, and Bhagavad Gita was spoken, and then after Bhagavad Gita was spoken, Arjuna was there in the mode of fight, and he says this very wonderful shloka. That is the last shloka, not last shloka, I think almost the last shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Please repeat after me. नष्टो मोहः स्मृतिलब्धा त्वत्प्रसादान्मे अच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव.
My dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm and free from doubt, and am prepared to act according to your instructions.
Hmm. So what was there in the starting? He was not there in mode of fight. In the 18th chapter, this is saying, I am ready. My illusion is gone, and my memory. I regain my memory. Now I am free from all the doubts, and I am ready to follow whatever you say. And what do you think? What Krishna told? To fight. Throughout the Bhagavad Gita is telling him to fight, fight, fight. And Krishna says to him to fight, and he fought, and he won the battle. So that happens. When we understand Bhagavad Gita, these things take place in our life. Our illusion, whatever the illusion we have, the illusion which we are going through, that will go on, that will go. The whatever memory, the true nature of us which will forgot, that will also come to our peace. And we will free from all the doubt and will act according to the Vedic scriptures, according to the Lord what is saying. So even for this transformation takes place when we hear Bhagavad Gita or when we hear from the authority sources, like Srila Prabhupada also. Like Prabhupada wrote, gave that commentary on Bhagavad Gita, and he took this comment to this Bhagavad Gita all around the world. And many people who don't know who is Krishna only, their life is getting transformed. They become the devotee of Krishna. They are chanting Hare Krishna mantra and they are dancing kirtan and they are perfecting their life. So this happens when we follow the teachings of Krishna or the teaching given by the representative of Krishna, or those teachings are in line with the Krishna. So these things should be take place. So that was going on. That happened in the Bhagavad Gita time. So what do you think? How many hours or days it took for Krishna to give the teachings of Bhagavad Gita?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Some say 1 hour. So 45 to 1 hour in between this teachings of given. And for us it take lifetime after lifetime, or I don't know how much time to understand this 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. To understand, to apply in our day-to-day life is become very, very difficult. So understand, so much intelligence person was Arjuna was there. And he understood the crux of Bhagavad Gita and for him it was only Sanskrit shlokas. We not translation on English now. The Sanskrit he understood in 45 minutes to 1 hour. He understood and he came, he regained his memory and he was there to fight with them. So one day before the fight, now I will take to the first shloka again. I want to set up this, like what happened when someone understands Bhagavad Gita. Now how Bhagavad Gita took place, how Bhagavad Gita manifested. Now the war is that we are discussing on the day 1 of the war where Bhagavad Gita is spoken. So like that, 9 days or will go before the war. Before the war, Vyasdev is the father of Dhritarashtra in some way. He is the father of Dhritarashtra. So when he went to Dhritarashtra and he asked, all are going to fight, you are here. I'll give you divine vision, whether you can also see the war also. And he said, I can't see this ghastly war which is going to about to happen. I am not in the position to see, and this is the photo. So I am not in position to see. And then Vyasdev said, I have one my disciple who is your servant also. His name is Sanjay. I will give this divine eyes to him. He will narrate you whatever happens. Now, Vyasdev, this is a very important thing. Vyasdev gave 2 boons to Sanjay. We know only one boon. Second boon is very important. We will be able to understand which day Bhagavad Gita was spoken to from Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. So first boon was, I will give you the divine vision so that you can see even the small thing what is happening in the fight and war and all this thing you can see and you can hear and all. Second boon which Vyasdev gave to our Sanjay, that in the war you are not able to, no one will be able to kill you by any weapon or anything. No one will able to kill you. So these 2 boons he gave, divine vision and no one will able to kill you. So after this, actually Sanjay, this is the first day or this before the war, these boons are given to the Sanjay. Sanjay also went to fight. In the 9 days, he was there in the fighting battle. And he got this boon that you will not get defeated, you will not get hurt by any weapons and all. So I am talking about the Bhishma Parva. So about the end of Bhishma Parva, when this 9 days were going, so no any big personality died there. Okay, I'm little late also. No any personality died there. So at the night, Pandavas they went to our Bhishma Dev that we are not able to kill you. Please tell us how to kill you. They frankly went and they asked that, and Bhishma said that I can be killed only when some woman come in front of me. Some many women come in front of me. I'll not took my weapons and I'll not fight with the women. So through that Pandavas got the hint, and the next day they took Shikandi. Shikandi was there in front of our Bhishma. Shikandi was female before and male afterwards, so this there. So from starting, Bhishma knows Shikandi is a girl, so he didn't took the girl. And from behind, Arjuna shot an arrow, and Bhishma they went on the bed of arrows. So when Bhishma lied on the bed of arrows, that time Sanjay went to the Dhritarashtra, and he's told to Dhritarashtra, randomly is going and told to Dhritarashtra that Bhishma died. And then by hearing that, Dhritarashtra also fainted, and again he woke up and he asked what alone happened there, what happened, and during that time this first question comes, that is Dhritarashtra Vacha, first sloka. You can repeat after me. Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharmashetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yussavah Mamakaha Pandavasyaiva Kimma Kurvat Sanjaya. So here I will not go for translation already late. So what happening now in this scenario? This is 9th day where Dhritarashtra asking to Sanjay, please describe what and all happened in the war. So he described from the first chapter. He is describing. So that's why in this whole Bhagavatam only one shloka is there where Dhritarashtra is speaking. Others are narrated by the Sanjay only. So he asked, Kim Kurvat Sanjay, what did they do? They went for the fighting. Their mood was there in fighting. He's describing that it was Dharmashetra, the place which Dharma take place, and it's Kurukshetra. And Samaveta Yusava, they are in their mood of fight. And Mamaka Pandava Shiva, my son was there, and the son of Pandava was there. And what did they do? What happened there? So then he started describing all the chapters of Bhagavad. Then after he described the wars, the description comes. So this is the loop which we are discussing about. And so where Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, which is seen by or which is heard by whom? Or which is seen by whom? Sanjay. And Sanjay is speaking to whom?
Dhritarashtra.
Who are talking about Sanjay and Dhritarashtra? What is the outside circle? Vaishnamayana Muni and Janmeja. And who were talking about the Janmeja and Vaishnamayana Muni? Sut Goswami to Naimisharya. This is circle where the Bhagavata manifests, and this is how the Bhagavata takes place. So this is the how the take place. 7-11. Okay, I'll cover little bit more. So here Dhritarashtra mode is we don't want any compromise in the fight. In the mood also you can see he say they are in the mood of fighting. Why if the place Dharmashetra, which is the place Dharmashetra? Kurukshetra. The Kurukshetra place Dharmashetra. Because you know Dharmashetra, the place which is very auspicious, which will positively affect whom? Those are pious. So who are pious? Pandavas are pious. And it can affect Kauravas also wrongly, because the pious place is there. Like someone come to temple, he will not think of drinking or smoking and all, because that place is pious. That will infect the person who are having the wrongdoing also, they will infect them positively also. So his mood was, did my sons, they changed their mood to not to fight, okay, we'll give the kingdom back and all. He wanted to fight to happen because he also was not in the proper person. And this was it. And it was the home ground for the Pandavas. And the Kshetra, one more meaning the Kshetra which our Acharyas gave. The Kshetra means field. And what happens field? The farming happens. The farmer job is to grow the crops. If any creepers are there or the grasses which are there, and we have to plug and throw it out. So Krishna wanted from this field, the Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra field, that good plant will should come up, that is Pandavas, and whatever the grasses are there, unwanted things are there, they should go away. So like that he wanted to all the 100 Pandavas or 100 Kauravas and all the wrong person should go away and they get killed. So that was it. And by this we can see Dhritarashtra says Mamaka and Pandavas, Shiva, the third line, Mamaka and Pandavas. He is differentiating between my son and the Pandu sons. From we see when the Pandu died, who the Kunti and the 5 Pandavas, they took shelter of whom? Dhritarashtra. He was supposed to have equal vision from all of them. He was the protector and the maintainer of them, but he always differentiated between them. He had the mentality of crookedness or duplicity. He had this. So because of it, he was not able to give the justice to them. And but how we as a person we should not have this crookedness and duplicity. We should be simple in our heart. We should have the equal vision to all. Like this, we should have. But how we can develop these things by doing these 3 practices. So by doing these 3 practices every day, we can have this thing. We will not have duplicity in our heart. It is straightforward, and whatever our heart becomes like soft like a child. Child are very soft in the heart. Whatever we speak, if you please by them, they can give you the toy which they are playing with their whole life also. So what are these practices? Every day we chant Hare Krishna mantra at least 108 times. They take hardly 10 minutes. We are going to do now. So that also bring us spiritual advancement. And regular studying Bhagavad Gita, and or if we don't have Bhagavad Gita shloka daily, I request everyone to take Bhagavad Gita. On the 1st December we have the Gita Jayanti. So everyone should have their own copy of Bhagavad Gita. And not miss this Saturday evening classes of Vaishnavi, the festival of enlightenment, which will help you to boost your spiritual life again in every week and all. So with this, I like to pause here. If anyone have any questions, we can have. Or else we'll go to the next.
Like one question is that one person before some time he says to me like a mystery thing about Bhagavad Gita is, if you are facing any real life problem in your life, if you opens any page of Bhagavad Gita randomly, then you find the solution of that problem. It is true or it is like a myth? I want to.
Actually, I seen also many before this place Sadhapur, I was there in ACS layout and Marathali layout. So I heard many of the people who took the Bhagavad Gita and they are in difficulty and they are opening pages of Bhagavad Gita and they literally got some solutions because this transcendental books, this Bhagavad Gita and all books. If you go to the mood of like I am now in problem, let me test Bhagavad Gita now. If you go in the mood of testing, then you will, because the mood is not proper, then the revelation will not come. If you are fully distressed and somewhere you are saying, oh, some book is there, let me read that. Someone told me it's a good book and I am just reading. And if you are reading with that mood, then then Bhagavad Gita will reveal to you. That will help you. But if you are going to mood of testing the Bhagavad Gita, is it genuine or is it just myth? In that mood of challenging, you are not able to conquer Krishna. Or you are not able to understand Bhagavad Gita. So by that perspective, I already requested. Everyone can have. I already requested. Everyone can have one copy of Bhagavad Gita. Start reading the Bhagavad Gita. We have Shloka Tag also. This Shloka Tag where we Kartikuji. This is for wiping. This what is given for wiping your head. So you can hear also one shloka of Bhagavad Gita each day. Okay, till when weeds comes, we can have this information. Okay, we'll chant this one. Please read it after. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda,
Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Now, everyone, please close your eyes and hear what I say, then we'll change this Hare Krishna. So, today we saw how Bhagavad Gita manifested, how the Mahabharata, many emotions are there. And the main crux of Bhagavad, and we see what the different loops are there in how the Mahabharata was spoken and Bhagavad Gita was spoken. In Bhagavad Gita, 18 out of 18 parvas is there in the middle parva, that is Bhishma Parva. And that too, the middle of the Bhishma Parva, in the middle of that is Bhagavad Gita spoken. That if someone want to take the jewel, it should be there in the inner portion, or the one should take care of this nicely. Some have the gold and all, they put in safe lockers and all. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is the treasure of Mahabharata. So we are very fortunate to hear Bhagavad Gita. Every weekends we are getting the opportunity. And after 2 days, Gita Jayanti is there. So having the proper mode, that the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra which I am going to chant, that will purify my heart and I will get the love or attraction towards the Krishna. And what we have to do during this time, we just have to hear the Hare Krishna, we have to chant Hare Krishna mantra properly, and we have to hear Hare Krishna mantra. So we'll chant for a few minutes, because beats are also not there, and time is short. Chant for 5 to 7 minutes, then after we'll wind up for next program. So we'll chant in similar, same melody. So we'll start now. All thing you have to do is just chant and hear the mantra. And if you are able to hear at least one mantra, then your mantra meditation is successful. So now let's chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.